Hello, beautiful people. Today's video is about signs that you have met your twin flame and how to speed up that reunion. So by the end of today's video, we are going to cover what an actual twin flame relationship is, how to recognize it properly, and then also how to maintain that relationship, right? Because a lot of times you'll manifest your twin flame and you will both kind of rebound off each other and go in opposite directions. So by the end of this video, you will know all of that. And plus at the end, what I want to cover is for those of you as well who don't necessarily know if this is your twin flame or not, or know or feel like they're in your life or have anybody in your life, you'll be able to know the bonus trick about whether they're close or not. So let's get started. What is up, beautiful people? Welcome to all of my subscribers and welcome any newbies. My name is Sarah Alotabi, and for those of you who don't know, I am an international speaker, an author, and a life coach. And in today's video, we are going to first cover what is a twin flame, and what if I were to tell you that you actually have more than one twin flame? I know, shock. Everybody thinks, oh, my twin flame, and I've met my twin flame, and that's the one twin flame. And the actual truth is there are multiple twin flames, and there are multiple versions of what they're there for and the reason why. And it's not even technically, I wouldn't call it a twin flame in essence. It's a part of the main energy, that whole energy that was once and then split, right? But as we know, it doesn't just have to split into two, as in like women can have babies, right, that are twins, but you can also have quadruplets. You can have energies that are split in many different ways. And the reason that people don't understand this is because they have to understand, and you all do, have to understand the purpose of the relationship. Purpose of relationship in this 3D existence is for growth. If we are not growing, we are, right? This is where that phrase comes from, because everything on this earthly existence is here for us to grow and develop. So when it comes to relationships, and the reason that we have these connections, we have this energy exchange, we have this love and interaction, and it's so beautiful and wonderful, especially in the twin flame relationship, right? Is for the purpose of growth. So a lot of times when people meet a twin flame, and we'll cover how to recognize this, but a lot of times when they meet a twin flame, they're like, this is the one, and they get so attached and they're so focused on this person and this is my twin flame and everything. Meanwhile, that twin flame in this lifetime might not have necessarily been there for the full journey of this lifetime, because they're there for a specific purpose for the growth that you needed at that time, right? You could have another energy in the future that comes along to help you with a different set of your growth, a different step, because we all have our own timelines and our own levels of what we need to achieve while we're here on this planet. Okay, so the ways to recognize this are, if you've been in this situation before, people don't always see it, but you have this instant connection, right? But you can have that with a soulmate too. You can have an instant connection and knowing with a soulmate, but the difference with a twin flame than a soulmate is that with a twin flame, you'll have similar past experiences. So you'll explain different traumas, maybe different things that you've been through in your life, in your upbringing, especially in your childhood. And they will have similar, identical stories to you. It's almost like you've been living the same life and the same existence, just separately and in different places on this planet, right? So you will have that understanding, which is why the connection is so beautiful, and you mirror each other as energies. You complete that energy because they have been through similar things to you, and you mirror and reflect that to one another, right? So that is one of the biggest ways to recognize, is when they have stories that are similar to yours in the past. Also, another way to recognize a very compatible twin flame relationship is if you have the same vision of what you want to achieve in the future. So Jay Shetty actually talks about this in his 5 rules of the attraction game, right? There are 3 of them that are predominantly chemical, but there are 2 that are compatibility based. And the 2 that are compatibility based come to this idea that in order to maintain this twin flame relationship, which is what we're discussing as well, you have to have that level of compatibility, which is aligning that singular vision of what those goals, what that future is that you want. That's why many power couples that you see on this planet that are talked about in the media that can move mountains and make huge change are twin flames. So I know a lot of you watching this video have been in a place where you've been struggling. You've had a lot of hurt, confusion for a specific person that you've manifested that you believe is your twin flame. And believe me, I've been there. I know what it feels like, so I understand the struggle and the confusion because I didn't know these techniques before. And I didn't know how to recognize the twin flame. And I also didn't know what to do with them and how it was so intrinsically tied to my own development. So now I'm going to show you and complete the rest of the package so that you can fully manifest that twin flame in your life and also be able to maintain that relationship. So the first step, as we covered, was recognition. But also for those of you who don't or can't think of a person in your life right now that is that twin flame, it's also intrinsically tied to who you are in your development. Because you can manifest different energies, right? You manifest what you are. So you can manifest a twin flame that's at a lower frequency to you. The lower version, right? Whatever low frequency you're on, you can manifest a twin flame and a soulmate that will match that. But if you work on yourself and bring yourself into a higher frequency, you can manifest either that same person to go along that journey to get into that higher conscious, which is actually really, really difficult. And I've been there before. And a lot of times it doesn't work because their development is based on you and it's not intrinsic and internal to them. Or you manifest a different flame at that higher frequency. This is why the self-development journey is so important and the seeker's journey, because what you can manifest is so beautiful when you get to that higher level, that higher frequency on the frequency scale. So now in maintaining this relationship, what you need to understand is that compatibility level, which is you need to have good emotional communication that is compatible. That is one of the keys. You could have all the attraction, you could have had all the signs and recognition that this is your twin flame, but if you do not have the correct emotional communication, you also don't have the same conscious level for your future planning as well as your current life and what you're doing, you will repel each other because you will constantly feel like you're butting heads, like it's the most stubborn thing, and you will argue about things that don't even matter, but just because that communication has not been built, you will constantly clash and butt heads. So it's very key that if you want to maintain these relationships, which of course we do, because twin flame relationships could be some of the most powerful experiences that you can have on this planet, where you just feel completely connected and supported, and you're not only fulfilled within your area, your emotion, your environment, but you can extend that beyond to create beautiful things. So another way of maintaining this is that emotional communication, right? But making sure you're open about these conversations. And for those of you that I said who don't have this relationship currently, or you can't think of somebody that you can identify even as a twin flame right now, a way to recognize it as this bonus piece is noticing when you feel a presence, especially in your dreams. A lot of times before twin flame comes in, you will have dreams about having relationships or feeling that warmth, feeling that connection in your dreams. Especially if you do deep meditation and practice, you will see them in your meditations and practices. And it's not necessarily a 3D outline of exactly what they'll look like on this planet, but what's really cool about it is you'll feel the energy. You'll feel the energy, and it is one of the most incredible feelings. So that's how you know that they're close, which is honestly wonderful, right? And it's happened to me like that in many ways. But also being okay and being detached from the outcome is very important too. A lot of questions that I get are about twin flames, soulmate connections. Everybody's pining for this, right? But the most important part of this whole experience is your growth and remembering that and not attaching that to someone else. See, it's actually quite a selfish act when we attach that responsibility of our growth and our happiness to someone else. So always remember as you're going through this journey that all relationships, the purpose of relationships are for growth. That's why we have these ideas of milestones in relationships. People come together because they want to co-create together as we co-create on this planet with the universe. So remember that as you're going through this, because it's all about growth. It's all about connection. It's all about experiencing that love and enjoying that connection. So don't try. A lot of times people will try and force relationships, force the connection, force it to be something that you want, when in actuality, the whole way to manifest and attract and actually speed up that reunion is to not force, but allow. Allow and enjoy that. Let it come into your life. Have faith that it's on its way to you if it's not already there. And remember that if you believe that you have your twin flame in your life, a lot of times people aren't 100% sure, because you might think that you do, but maybe they're not meant to be there for the longer period of your journey. It's a good question, right? And only you can answer that, because that's for you to experience. That's your learning lesson, and that's your life path. So anyway, guys, I hope this video helped you. Hit that like button if you enjoyed it. Share this with anybody you think it could help. And also don't forget to subscribe, because we've got a lot more beautiful videos coming to you about how to be the best versions of yourself, guys, and hold us all accountable to growing together. Sending my love. Love you all, and bye for now.